What's up, guys? We're back with another video. We got Derek here from Last Breath Beaters.
How you doing?
Go check out his channel, some good beater content, maintenance on his Cummins, cool shit like that. We're in the shop today, as you saw. We're doing some renovation. In the shop set up for the 73 Charger Sema build, Viper swapped 73 Charger, and gonna totally redo the shop. If you saw last week's video, you know the plan. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. We go over the plan with the swap, plan with what we're doing with the shop, and a whole bunch of stuff, so go check that out. Other than that, I will show you guys what we're doing today, and we'll get to pulling some more stuff out. We got all this junk back here that we pulled off the walls. You can see, if you've watched other videos, you saw the weird metal tiles that were on the walls and on the ceiling. That's all down now. So we've got everything piled up there. I meant to rent a dumpster, but I missed it. It's Sunday now. We're gonna try to get one, but if not, it'll wait till next weekend. We'll get all that shit out. So what we're gonna do right now is get these last few metal shingle things, metal tiles, right here off, and then we're gonna get these shingles up here down. So we're getting these shingles cleaned off, then we're gonna take this these wood planks off so that we can unload everything that's up there out this way. Then eventually we'll be doing the same all the way across. Once we get the dumpster and clean all this stuff out, we'll move all my stuff over here and clean out that side. Kind of limited on space, so I gotta do it one side at a time because I don't have anywhere else indoors to put all this stuff. Alright, so you can see we got them shingles off, started getting the planks off. There's a bunch of stuff up in there we'll have to clean out, but we're making good progress, so we'll keep right on going. Alright guys, so I wasn't able to film up in here a whole lot, but you can see we've got this, almost all this whole floor out. I'm probably going to leave a little bit back there as like a shelf slash mezzanine that might go all the way around. We'll see. But we're waiting on a dumpster right now. We were able to get one for today. So we're going to get all of this shit out and then move everything, all my good stuff, into here, and then start taking that ceiling down. So you guys can see we've got everything done there. It's nice and open. There's a wall there we got to tear out so we can get this floor, this section out. And right now we're moving everything over to here. We're gonna rip this drywall ceiling down and get there's a few things up in there we'll take out, get all that put in the dumpster, and then we're gonna move on to doing the floors. What we're gonna do is rip up all these old boards and the carpet that someone for some reason put underneath.
Stop it. Get some help.
And we're gonna run all new boards all the way across, and then drop some plywood over top of those boards so that it's flush up with the asphalt. And then we'll be able to move the stuff that's over here back over here, and then we can do the floor on this side and start doing drywall. Alright guys, so it's been a little while. We've been cooking away. I haven't been recording just because I want to get this done as fast as possible so we can get back to FAB. See, all of my stuff is moved over to this side. Our dumpster is pretty much full for the most part. But you can see in here, we got our floors started. This is the nicest thing. We ripped up those planks that were going this way and they had gaps in between, and that was the worst thing because it's impossible to get all the shit out from between the gaps. But we laid these 2x6s down in here, getting the plywood over top. We just wanted to get this section done so that we could move some stuff back over here and tear that floor up. All right, guys, so we got everything moved over to this side. We started tearing up this floor, and I found something that changes our plans a little bit, but it might be for the best. So what I did is I started pulling up these boards, and I found out that they're the only layer between this floor and the underneath area. There is like a little barn area underneath this. You can see the foundation is down there. So I've got nothing to lay boards down on. But the good news is that some of these boards aren't bad, and they're pretty thick. They're like 4x6. So the ones that are bad, I'm gonna pull out and replace with 4x6s. The ones that aren't bad, I'm gonna leave there. Won't look as nice as I wanted it to, but maybe I can like sand them down a little bit and refinish them so they look a little more presentable, and then they won't stick out so much from the new ones. We've got one bad one needs to be replaced right here. One here, pulled one out already. This one's good. This one I may or may not pull just for that little bit there. That one's coming out. This one has some damage down there, so we'll pull that one out. And then once my buddy shows up and helps me move these two things, which I can't really move easily on my own, we'll sweep the floor off and check all the other boards a little more in depth and see if we have to pull any more. So we got the rest of our floor down on this side, the 2x6s and the plywood. Put some pothole patch in our gaps here. We gotta figure out something because this isn't perfectly level. I was gonna do like a saw cut and butt this up to it, but it wouldn't have worked out, and it was just a lot of effort for not a lot of reward. So I'm gonna maybe like get some concrete filler epoxy to fill in there and make that kind of a level transition, or maybe I'll get like a plastic angle piece to make a slight ramp. I'm not sure yet, but at least we have a flat floor on most of it. I got all of these 4x6s in and locked down with some timber locks or headlocks or whatever you call them, the big long black lags. I have an extra board, so I might put that in as well. But if you'll notice, these are a little bit lower. These new ones are a little bit lower than the old guys, so the reason I didn't replace all of these was because it would have been like $1,000 just in boards to do all of them. So maybe in the future I'll pull the rest of these out or pull one at a time. You know, every time I don't really have something to do, I'll pull one out and replace it. And it actually lines up so that they're about level with the underneath of the plywood on this side. So once I get all of these replaced, or all of these guys replaced with these, I could throw plywood down and the whole thing would be level with this side. But that's good enough for now. We can work with that, and it'll be a lot easier to clean than the last one, which was kind of falling apart in some spots. That's going to be all for today's video. I know this wasn't our typical thing. Probably not as much cool shit in here because there's no turbos and cool engines and FAB and shit, but we're moving on to some more stuff like that hopefully soon. What we're going to do in the next video is do our studs so we can get insulation and drywall up, and we're also going to do, I've got in the box here, our compressed air system that'll go on the walls and the ceilings, and we'll have drop downs wherever we need them. So that will be coming up in the next video, show you guys how I'm going to route that. and the reasoning for all of that stuff. And maybe it'll help you guys design your shop. That stuff really is important. Where you have your drop downs, really important for efficiency and convenience. So that'll be in the next video. Do some studs, move the air compressor to its new location, and run those lines. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.